Hi, you listen to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. Today I have a very special guest, and her name is Brianna Murray. And Brianna is an amazing human being, lots of experience. So I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. But I was lucky enough to meet Brianna on a health retreat and see the magic in action of what this young lady is very capable of. So welcome to the show, Bri.
Lovely to meet you and reconnect again with you.
Now, tell me, remember, we keep these to 10 minutes, right? Because they're short, sharp, crisp, lots of stuff. Tell everybody that's listening, who is Brianna Murray?
Oh my gosh. Brianna Murray, or myself, is just an absolute woman who just lives in every way that lifestyle is medicine. From everything you do has a direct impact into the quality of your day, whether that's being a connection with someone, whether it's being the food that you eat, whether it's being the quality of the way that you sleep, the conversations you have. There is so many parts of the puzzle that contribute to lifestyle, but also medicine. And so yes, I'm incredibly passionate about medicine and combining that with lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's the topic, if you didn't get it already, ladies and gentlemen. It's Lifestyle as Medicine. I've brought Brianna Murray onto the show. I'm going to refer to her as Bri, otherwise it might take up 10 minutes just saying your name. But Lifestyle as Medicine, and I got to experience this when I came along to the health retreat, and you spoke about it so eloquently, and you told us about the platforms, and I thought, I want the guests to hear this. Everything we talk about on FlashCast is personal, professional, and family. And when you were telling me about Lifestyle as Medicine, I said, I want the listeners to hear more about this. So tell me, why does this topic excite you so much?
It's all around us, Phil. Wherever you go, we're seeing people, and people can incredibly inspire us, or people can be reflecting just a way of life that is full of just burnout and illness and anxiety and stress and injury. And I guess, particularly in my role, and then my experience working with people around the world, is these role models, these reflections. There's not enough people living enough of their true self and living enough of a quality of life rather than just quantity.
Yeah. And then the big one is obviously your whole preface is that it's proactive approach. Lifestyle as Medicine is all about a proactive approach so that you don't need actual, medicine as we know it from a chemist, correct?
I guess I really want to touch on that base because I am incredibly passionate about, medicine, going to the doctors, being able to get the support that you need. I've broken bones. I've had illnesses and different conditions. My mum has had cancer. My father's had cancer. I've had a lot of experience in a hospital. But I like to ask, what then happens before the hospital and after the hospital? And how do we support someone pre that or post that? Similarly to if you break a bone. If I can give an example of that, you break a bone, you want the appropriate medical care to support that. You need the cast, you need that support, but how you then live with that broken bone and how you heal that is going to really determine the journey of that healing.
Yeah, really well put. And that's what happens a lot. And a lot of stuff you're mastering is obviously helping people before an event or after an event. So fantastic. Tell me, what are the conscious behaviours behind Lifestyle as Medicine?
Yes, we explored that a little bit in some of our conversations as we've been connecting at the health retreat. But lifestyle medicine is not just necessarily one thing. It's the part that adds to the whole, and it's the whole that adds to the part. So it's that, I guess, that awareness. I would say the first step is being aware of what's actually going on. Are you in a state in that you are in such a drive to do that you're so focused on the destination that you've lost that journey, you've lost that ability to feel, to hear.
Well, you've lost consciousness, right? So that's the key, is to become conscious. You've got to be aware.
Yeah. Present, connected, and enriched, I would say. When you have the first behavior, enrichment comes in the simple everyday moments. the things. There are so much around us to appreciate.
Totally. And how much do we go through life just totally unconscious at times?
Yeah.
You know. So next one. What is this so important for all-round health? So why is the concept of lifestyle as medicine? And I talk about all of person comes to work. You know, the personal person, the professional person, the family person, all of person comes to work. And that's why I buy into the whole lifestyle as medicine concept. You know, change your lifestyle and great things happen. Why is it so important for all-round health, not just our physical health?
Well, what defines health? I guess that's the question. Every person's going to have a different relationship to what health means to them. Some people may have, you know, an incredibly fit body and they will go, that's health to me. Or someone may have success in business and they'll go, well, that makes me healthy and that makes me wealthy or whatnot. But I guess on that term, for me, you know, the greatest health is your wealth. Sorry, your greatest wealth is your health. And for me, the everyday connections, the everyday, I guess, commitment to being able to explore that creates a richness in my life. So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know, and defining health is what I take from that, is actually define what health is. And there's mental health, obviously emotional health, you know, there's gut health. And I mean, you come away to a place, you know, to a health retreat and you start to see the different types of issues that people have. It's not just health, you know, that you'd see at a hospital, so to speak. It can be emotional. It can be healthy gut, which happens to be a lot of issues at the moment.
It's like a piece of the puzzle, like each piece of that puzzle will contribute. Or, you know, a great friend of mine, were talking about this recently and we looked at it like having a tire. If you've got a bicycle wheel or something like that and each little cog is filled with an element of your health. So it could be your sleep, your food, your friendships, your purpose, just your play, anything like that. And if one of those areas is a little bit low, a little bit not focused on, that creates a little bit of a flatness. And if you think about that tire, it's going to be a lot more bumpier to go through the day than if you have a more, I guess, full wheel.
Yeah, it makes sense. Tell me, what moment in your life changed or shaped who you are today?
Great question. I feel like I've always had a connection to people and had a connection to wanting to be well, but I guess the biggest moment was losing my health. At 21, I thought I was invincible, and it really did get to the point I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition for life. I was covered head to toe in rashes and sores, and suddenly everything that just seemed important really had to change, and I had to reconnect to myself, Phil. Like, I had to look in the mirror and start to ask myself, rather than what I looked like, who was I? And what was it that I valued? And it was a really, if anything, one of the most challenging, but one of the most beautiful times for me to take from that, because it gave me an opportunity to wake up and take a different drive of my car through life.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing that. And how old are you now?
I'm 31.
So we're talking 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, a moment 10 years ago changed your life. And now you're this remarkable woman that's helping other people be a better version of themselves. And you wouldn't be where you are today if you hadn't gone through what you had. So as, you know, obviously as difficult as that was at the time, it's made you the person you are and enriched your life to be able to enrich many others. But
I asked that question is, why do we need to wait for that broken bone, that illness? Why do we need to wait for that diagnosis in order to go, oh, I've got to start to invest in my health or my quality of life? And so I guess that's what leads my passion is, what if we could bring medicine into our everyday way, into how we live, how we breathe, how we talk, how we eat, how we sleep, and then the journey is enriched.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And we're going to explore more facets of that over in the FlashCast by PDB with Brianna. This won't be the first time that she'll be on it. She'll be on it many times where we'll actually explore each concept that makes up lifestyle as medicine. So stay tuned for that. Last question for you. When you leave the room You want people to?
I want them to be met with just a dose of warmth and sunshine. I want them to feel like they've been heard, they've been valued, and just feel like they have the capability, or they actually have inside of them what they see in me. And everyone has that. Sometimes we just need someone else to ignite that flame. And so I guess there are so many incredible people in my life that remind me to burn bright and to keep my flame strong. And so I just hope that I can ignite someone else.
I love that. Burn bright. And burn bright you do, dear. Yeah. You are an inspiration, and I'm sure the listeners want to hear more. And to connect with you on LinkedIn, what should they be doing?
Yeah, just finding me. I'm under Brianna Murray. You can find me there. I've written
Brianna Murray, as in Brianna. Next word Marie. It'll be in the synopsis, no doubt. Gilberto will put that on the synopsis of this recording, so you can hook up with Bri, and you will be able to see what she does and reach out to her. She's an absolutely amazing person. Does this as a life business as well. So you can, if you want to know more, do more, just send her a message. But we will be exploring more topics around lifestyle as medicine with Bri over the coming months. Bri, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Phil. An absolute joy to connect with you, as always.
Until next time, this is Phil DeBella, and you've been listening to FlashCast by PDB.